Good morning to all. This class is on basis of microwave spectroscopy and moment of inertia of different types of molecules. Microwave spectroscopy is the study of interaction of microwaves with molecules. When the microwave radiations fall on the molecules rotate. So, it is the study concerned with rotation of molecules. The microwave frequency ranges from 3 into 10 power 10 Hz to 3 into 10 power 12 Hz. The separation between the rotational energy levels of the molecules are of the order of hundreds of joules per mole. The rotation is a complex phenomena and it can be resolved into rotational components along three mutually perpendicular directions which are called principal axes of rotation. These directions pass through the center of mass of the molecule. So, each molecule has three moment of inertias about the three principal axes of rotation. They are designated as IA, IB and IC. Depending upon the values of moment of inertia, we define four types of molecules. They are linear molecules, spherical top molecules, symmetric top molecules and asymmetric top molecules. Linear molecules examples: diatomic molecule COHCl, triatomic molecule CO2HCN and so on. The condition on moment of inertia is IA is equal to 0, IC is equal to IB. Next type is spherical top molecules. Example CH4CCl4. The moment of inertia of the molecules about the three principal axes are all equal. IC is equal to IB, which is equal to IA. The next type is symmetric top molecule. The moment of inertia of the molecule about the three principal axes, IC is equal to IB, but it is not equal to IA. You have two types, prolate, example CH3Cl, CH3F. Here IA is less when compared with other moment of inertia. Oblate type BF3 and BCl3, moment of inertia is IC is equal to IB less than IA. IA is large when compared with the other moment of inertia. Symmetric top molecule has only two moment of inertia. Asymmetric top molecule, example H2O, CH3OH, C2H3Cl. Here the moment of inertia of the molecule about the three principal axes are not equal. IC is not equal to IB, not equal to IA. Now let us see how to find the moment of inertia of a molecule. First consider a linear molecule. It has two atoms, a diatomic molecule, and the first atom is having a mass m1, the second atom is having a mass m2. This is the center of mass of the molecule. It is not at the center of the molecule, but it is situated near the bigger one. You can imagine three mutually perpendicular axes passing through the center of mass. This axis is B, which is passing through the center of mass. It lies in the plane of the slide and in a perpendicular direction. This is the axis C, which is passing through the center of mass perpendicular to the slide. This is the axis A, which is passing through the center of mass. It lies in the plane of the slide and it also lies along the axis of the molecule, that is the line joining the center of two atoms. So, you have three axes A, B and C which are perpendicular to each other. All the three axes pass through the center of mass. Now, consider the rotation of the molecule about the axis B. The rotation is like this. You know moment of inertia I is defined as sum of mr square. So for the first figure, the moment of inertia is defined as IB, which is equal to m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square. Next, consider the rotation of the molecule about C. The rotation will be like this. Again here, the distance of the first atom from the axis is r1. The distance of the second atom from the axis is r2. So here again, you can write IC as IC is equal to m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square. So you can see that both the moment of inertia IB is equal to IC. Next, consider the rotation of the molecule about A. The rotation will be like this. Now, the distance of the first atom from the axis of rotation is 0. Distance of the second atom from the axis of rotation is 0. So, you have IA is equal to 0. So, you can see that for a linear diatomic molecule, IA is equal to 0, IB is equal to IC. So, you can say that for any linear molecule, IA is equal to 0, IB is equal to IC. So, linear molecules have only one moment of inertia. Carbon dioxide, it is a triatomic molecule, linear molecule. Hydrogen cyanide, it is again an example for linear molecule. Next type is spherical top molecule. The example is CCl4. So the carbon atom is at the center and other chlorine atoms are spherically situated above the carbon atom. So you can consider three axes of rotation, A axis, B axis and C axis. The center of mass is at the center of the structure. So it is the center of mass is at the center of the carbon atom. The three axes pass through the carbon atom and the chlorine atoms. So the moment of inertia of the carbon atom is 0 for all the three axes, and moment of inertia of chlorine atoms, the chlorine atoms are equally situated from the axis since it is a spherical top molecule. So IC is equal to IB is equal to IA. So all the moment of inertia are equal. So the spherical top molecules also have only one moment of inertia. Next, consider symmetric top molecule. You have two types. You see the first figure, it is CH3F. The center of mass is along the line joining the carbon and fluorine. It is near the carbon atom. The next type is BCl3. It is a planar molecule. The center of mass is at the boron atom. And here IC is equal to IB and it is not equal to IA. Now these are the two examples for prollite type symmetric top molecule. And now consider the rotation of the prollite type symmetric top molecule. In the first figure, the axis passes through the center of mass and it is perpendicular to the plane of the slide. Now, if you consider the rotation of the molecule about this axis, it will be like this. Let me say that this axis is IB. So, the moment of inertia is IB. IB is due to this fluorine atom and it is due to this carbon atom and it is due to the three chlorine atoms. All these atoms will be contributing for the moment of inertia because there is a distance between these atoms and the center of mass. Next, consider the second figure. The axis is passing through the center of mass as well as it is passing through the carbon atom and the fluorine atom. So, this axis can be called as C. So if you consider the rotation of the molecule, it will be like this. Here again, the moment of inertia is defined as IC, but the moment of inertia of the fluorine atom is 0 because the distance of the fluorine atom from the axis is 0. The moment of inertia of the carbon atom about the axis is 0. The chlorine atoms alone contribute for the moment of inertia. Next, consider the moment of inertia of the molecule about the axis A. The axis A passes through the center of mass and it is perpendicular to the line joining the fluorine atom and the carbon atom. So here the moment of inertia is defined as IA. This IA is equal to IB because in both cases all the atoms are placed in some position from the center of mass, and these distances are same in these two figures. So IA is equal to IB, but it is not equal to IC. And if we calculate the distances and do the calculation for the moment of inertia, it can be seen that IC is less than IB or IA. So this is the prolate type symmetric top molecule. The next one is oblate type symmetric top molecule. Here the moment of inertia IB is equal to IA. IC is greater than IB is equal to IA. Consider the molecule BCl3. The center atom is B. Other three atoms placed in the vertex of equilateral triangle are chlorine atoms, and you can this is a planar molecule, so the center of mass lies on the lies at the center of the boron atom. You can imagine three axes. One axis perpendicular to the plane of the molecule, or perpendicular to the plane of this slide. The next axis passing through center of mass, and it is in the plane of the molecule, which is passing like this, shown by the green line. The other perpendicular axis is shown by the red line. Now the axis can be denoted as the axis which is passing through the center of mass and perpendicular to the plane is A, the green line is B, and the red line is C. Now if you rotate the molecule about the axis B, Cl3 is moving in this direction, Cl1 is moving in this direction, and Cl2 is moving in this direction. So you have a moment of inertia of the molecule about the axis B, which is represented as IB. When you rotate the molecule about C, Cl2 is moved in this direction, Cl3 is moved in this direction, and Cl1 is moved in this direction. So again you find the moment of inertia, then it is denoted as IC. We can see that IB is equal to IC. Next, when you rotate the molecule about A, the distances of the atoms from the axis are different. So IA is not equal to IC or IB. And by calculating the distances, you can find the values for IA and IB, and it is seen that IA is larger than IB or IC. This is the case of oblate type molecule. The last type is asymmetric top molecule. The simplest example is water molecule. In the water molecule, you have oxygen here, and these two atoms are hydrogen atoms. You consider three perpendicular axes. The x-axis is the center of mass of the molecule will be at the center of the oxygen atom. So the axis x passes through the center of mass, and it is in the plane of the slide in a horizontal direction. The axis y is passing through the center of mass, and it is in the direction of the slide. it is also in a perpendicular direction. The axis Z is passing through the center of mass, but it is perpendicular to the plane of the slide. So, if you want to calculate the moment of inertia, you can consider this imagination. In the first figure, if you consider the distance of the hydrogen atom from the oxygen atom as r1 and the axis passing through the center of the mass and perpendicular to the slide, the rotation will be like this. So, the moment of inertia of this case is defined as I is equal to, there are two hydrogen atoms. So, the mass of the hydrogen atom is mh, 2mh r1 square. Suppose if this axis is considered to be A, then moment of inertia is IA. Consider the next figure. You consider the axis B, which is passing through the center of mass and it is in the plane of the slide in a perpendicular direction. Now, if you consider the rotation, the molecule will be rotated like this. So, in this case, the moment of inertia is represented as IB, which is equal to mh r2 square, where r2 is the distance between the hydrogen atom and the axis, and you have two hydrogen atoms, so it is 2mh r2 square. So, you can see that IA is not equal to IB. Next, consider the rotation of the molecule about this axis. This axis is C. It is passing through the center of mass. It is in the plane of the slide and it is in a parallel direction. Now, if you consider the rotation of the molecule, the hydrogen atoms are rotated like this. The distance of the hydrogen atom from the axis is R3. So, you have IC is equal to, there are two hydrogen atoms. So, 2mh into R3 square. So, here it is IA is equal to 2mh r1 square and IB is equal to, this is the B axis, IB is equal to 2mh r2 square and this is IC is equal to 2mh r3 square. All the moment of inertia are not same. So, IA is not equal to IB, IB is not equal to IC. IB is not equal to IC. So, that is the asymmetric top molecule. IC is not equal to IB, not equal to IA. So, asymmetric top molecules have 3 moment of inertia. So, linear molecules have 1 moment of inertia. Spherical top molecules have 1 moment of inertia. Symmetric top molecules have 2 moment of inertia. And asymmetric top molecules have 3 moment of inertia. Now, will all molecules show microwave spectrum? All molecules can rotate. So, can all molecules show microwave spectrum? Here, we have to consider whether the molecules are polar molecules or non-polar molecules. Polar molecules do not exhibit microwave activity and only non-polar molecules exhibit microwave activity. Usually, homonuclear molecules such as H2, O2, N2, Cl2 are non-polar molecules because they have zero dipole moment. You see the first figure, chlorine molecule, you have 2 chlorine atoms. The bonding electrons are shared between the 2 atoms. So, there is no net charge on the atoms. The center of mass of the positive nuclei is situated on the center of nuclei of the negative electron cloud. So, there is no net charge on the molecule. So, such molecules are called non-polar molecules. These non-polar molecules do not show change of dipole moment during the rotation. So they cannot interact with the radiation. When microwave radiations fall on the molecules, the radiations will not produce any change in the dipole moment. Since there is no change in the dipole moment, there is no change in the rotational energy. So they do not exhibit microwave activity. Such substances are called microwave inactive substances. Usually homonuclear molecules are microwave inactive. Due to the same reason, the spherical top molecules will also show no microwave spectrum, because the atoms are spherically situated about the center of mass. The net charge of the positive nuclei and net charge of the negative nuclei, negative electron cloud, are not separated by a distance. So they do not exhibit microwave activity. If you consider heteronuclear molecules as shown in the figure 2, the bonding electrons are shared by the two atoms, hydrogen and chlorine, unequally. So the net positive charge is separated from the net negative charge. So the center of mass of the negative charge do not fall on the center of mass of the positive charge. The center of mass of the negative charge is separated from the center of mass of the positive charge. So when the microwave radiations fall on the such molecules, they will be changing the dipole moment, and so the rotational energy is changed. So such molecules are microwave active. So linear molecules, only polar molecules, then symmetric top molecules and asymmetric top molecules will be showing the microwave spectrum, whereas the homonuclear molecules and spherical top molecules will not show microwave spectrum. You have exceptional cases like oxygen. Oxygen is a homonuclear molecule. It has net dipole moment is equal to 0, but it will be showing a microwave spectrum because it has a weak quadrupole moment. So only molecules which show some change in dipole moment or quadrupole moment will be exhibiting microwave spectrum. Thank you.